Here we are, boys. Here we are. Here we are, boys. Here we are. Here we are, boys. Here we are back with episode 179. Here we are, boys. Here we are back with episode 179. Back with episode 179. Here we are, boys. Back here with episode 179 of Come Short with Your Boy. Anyways, guys. Hey, before we get into it, guys, I have to reiterate this every stream. I have to reiterate this every stream. Every time I'm doing these, guys, I have to reiterate this. If at any point in the stream you hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get into it. So I've got all my gaming stuff and all of my music stuff organized. And I've got all that organized properly into playlist on the channel now. I've got all of my gaming stuff organized and all of my music stuff organized. So feel free to check any of that stuff out if you want. Also, guys, who do we talk about here on the channel? Here we talk about anime, manga, comics, history, mythology, philosophy, psychology, etc. So, yeah, we talk about all that and more. We talk about all that and lots more. Also, guys, I'm a reader, writer, and storyteller, and I'm still working on everything, guys. I'm still working on everything. I'm still working on the White Knight on Ogre's 8 on the Dragon King. I'm still working on the White Knight on Ogre's 8 on the Dragon King trilogy and the broader world of Evloria itself. And I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger if you guys as well. All of this just takes time. Guys. So yeah, just be patient with me, and I'll get everything done in due time. Guys. Just trust me, alright? I'll get everything done. Y'all will get to read my stories eventually. Hello, guys. Hello, welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, guys, I'm still working on everything. Like I said, guys, I'm still working on the White Knight on Ogre's 8 on the Dragon King trilogy and the broader world of Evloria itself, and I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai on the Samurai and Gunslinger if you guys as well. I'm working on all this stuff. I'm getting all the books done and prepared if you guys as well. So yeah, it's just it's amazing. Thank you guys. But yeah, I'm getting all of that stuff done, guys, because guys, I'm a writer, reader, and storyteller, and I also love talking about like movies and TV shows and animation and media in general, right? And ancient and old stories. So, if you like to read books, if you like the nerdy stuff, if you like anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, and psychology, then you came to the right place. And if you like ancient and old stories, like I said, if you like mythology, like the ancient and old Greek stories and Greek mythology and Norse mythology and really any type of mythology in general, you came to the right place. And if you like ancient and old stories like fairy tales, like the original Disney classics like Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White, etc., I go into the origins of those fairy tales. Like I have the collection in my closet, I believe. I have the Brothers Grimm, Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm's fairy tale collection in my closet. I also have Hans Christian Andersen's a collection in my closet. Also, guys, I'm a huge Marvel and DC fan. I love comic books and I love manga. I've got Mike Mignola's Hellboy right there on my shelf. I've got I've got I've got Mike Mignola's Hellboy right there on the shelf. So yeah. Also, crap. Also, guys, got One Piece right here. Now this series here, One Piece by Ichiro Oda, is also very good. It is also very good. I've got a lot of stuff to do. Actually, guys, I've been very busy, and today's been very chaotic, and it's been moving very fast. Today has been a rather weird day, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm still like working and all that on my studies, and like I'm just like studying philosophy and psychology and all that, and I can actually analyze the stories and all that. Because guys, I'm a storyteller at heart, guys. I love storytelling. It is my favorite passion, honestly. Like I love a good story. Like J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien was a master class of a writer here with The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and especially the summer and especially the Silmarillion, of which was edited and published by his son Christopher Tolkien. Now, Tolkien wanted to create his own mythology. He wanted to create a mythology, a history, and fairy tales for England, of which he did. He even created his own languages, guys. J.R.R. Tolkien even made his own languages, Quenya, Elvish, etc., etc. Like, Tolkien was such a prolific and good writer. Now, now The Hobbit, aka There and Back Again, that's just it's not a simple story. It's a rather I guess you could say it's a simple story, but it's a good story. It's a good story. The story of Bilbo Baggins and 13 Dwarves is very interesting. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff, guys. And honestly, I think I'm tired. Yeah, guys. It's it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, guys. I'm running on E, guys. I'm running on E, and I'm tired. But I'm gonna do the stream. Once we hit the hour mark, I'll end it, and that'll be that. Also, hello, Frankie. Hello. You're not late. You're right on time. In fact, I told you, Frankie, I would answer your question. I told you, Frankie, I would answer your question. Can Danny Rayne beat Frank Castle? No, he cannot. No, he cannot. But Frankie, I did tell you guys, I did tell you guys in last night's stream that I would answer this one question definitively. Who would win in a fight, right? Who would win in a fight? Bruce Wayne or Frank Castle? Who would win? Batman or the Punisher? Now, this is a very complex question. This is a very interesting question, to say the least. to say the least. This is a very interesting question in the world of comic books. Frank Castle versus Bruce Wayne. It would it would depend on it would depend on the reasons as to why they're fighting, and first of all, how do we even set up a scenario like that? How do we set up a scenario if for them to actually fight? Well, once we've actually done that, of which that's rather complicated and tricky to do, but we can actually do that. Like for like Frank Castle, aka Punisher, he has his war on crime that he just eliminates all the bad guys. He believes they are beyond a redemption, and he just kills anyone he wants to, of which, fair enough, I mean, he's killing criminals after all. However, his ideology is a bit messy, a bit muddied, a bit murky, let's say. So I feel if Frank Castle he was in Gotham, he would or I feel if Frank Castle he was in Gotham, if the Punisher he was in Gotham, or Bruce he was in New York, or Batman he was in New York City, then it'd be a very interesting match, guys. It'd be a very, very interesting fight. Now, in a direct fight, right? In a in a actual fair one-on-one fight, Batman wins easily. He's just got too much. He's got too much. He's got too much planned. And if you actually give Bruce time, if you if you give him time, then Batman beats Punisher no contest, because because Batman is trained in practically every form of martial arts, and he is the world's greatest detective. It'd be I'm not saying I'm not saying it'd be I'm not saying it'd be a squash. I'm not saying like it'd be a one-sided beatdown. No. Frank is tough. Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, is very, very tough. He would take Batman's hits for for a very, very long time. Of which, in that case, Batman could just wear him out. However, with that being said, guys, with that being said, it would be a good fight. It would be a very good and very interesting fight. However, in a completely fair fight, in a fair fight, in a fight to the death, of course, we have to keep in mind hey, that Batman doesn't kill. That's his one rule, guys. That is Bruce's one rule. He does not kill. So, in a fair fight, Batman beats Bruce. In a fair fight, Batman beats Bruce. However, in a did I say Batman beats Bruce? I'm an idiot, guys. You see, guys, I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit wore out. So yeah, what I meant to say was in a fair fight, Batman beats Punisher. Bruce beats Frank in a fair fight. Batman beats Punisher in a fair fight. However, if Frank can surprise Bruce, then Frank wins. You see, guys, it all depends on on one, how the fight starts, and two, is it a fair fight? Of which, knowing Frank Castle, it will not be a fair fight. But it would be a good fight. It would be a very good fight. Ultimately, I think it would come down. Ultimately, guys, I think the Punisher versus Batman ultimately comes down to if Frank could get the drop on him. If Frank Castle it could get the drop on Bruce, then the Punisher beats Batman. However, if it's a fair fight, then Bruce wins all day, every day. However, even saying that, Frank's willpower, his tenacity, and his determination is too much. His desire to live, to die for his mission, is too much. Frank doesn't care if he Frank Castle, the Punisher, doesn't care if he lives or dies. He just wants to slaughter all the criminals. Of which I think Batman would respect the Punisher in some twisted type of way. Like, I feel there'd be a mutual respect there, a lot like like what Frank has with Matt, with Daredevil. Like, even though Frank doesn't agree with the whole dress up at night and beat up the bad guys and send them to jail instead of just putting them down, even though Frank doesn't agree with Matt's methods, he respects Matthew Murdock. He respects Daredevil. And I feel Frank he would have the same respect for Batman, for Bruce Wayne. Can Arthur Curry beat Matt Murdock? I do not know, Frankie. I do not know. But I hope. You know what, guys? I'll go into a bit more detail of Punisher versus Batman. Of, of I'll go into a bit more detail of Punisher versus Batman, of Bruce versus Frank. It'd be a very, very interesting fight. It'd be a close fight, even. It would be a close fight. Now the ideologies I would love to hear a conversation between the two of them. I would love to hear a conversation between Punisher and Batman. I think that'd be a fascinating conversation. I think that'd be a fascinating a conversation. But yeah, guys. So okay. So you're asking, can General Zod beat Joker? Obviously Zod it can beat Joker. General Zod General Zod is a Kryptonian, so he could easily waste Joker. Yeah, but it's Batman versus Punisher is a good matchup, and I see why a lot of Marvel and DC fans, and I see why, particularly a lot of Batman and Punisher fans, pin the two up against each other. Because it is a fascinating fight. What would happen if Batman fought Daredevil? He wouldn't. Batman would not fight Daredevil, although that would also be a very, very interesting fight. But I believe Batman, I believe Bruce Wayne he wouldn't even fight Daredevil. He would rather take the diplomatic approach and just talking to him, because unlike it with Frank, Bruce, it could actually try to reason. Bruce could have a conversation with with Daredevil, with Matt Murdock. But now that's not to say that he couldn't have one with Frank. He could. But all I'm saying, guys, all I'm trying to say is this. Batman, aka Bruce, he would have an easier time talking with Matt Murdock than he would Frank Castle. And that's all I'm trying to say. Bruce would have an easier time talking with Matt Murdock than Frank Castle. Hello, Billy. What's up, Billy? How you doing, my friend? But yeah, guys. So we've been going for 21 minutes. That's fast. That's good. That is very, very good and very, very fast. Of which time flies. You know, time flies. But it, but ultimately, guys, Frankie. But ultimately, Frankie, it comes down to this. Hey, with Batman and Punisher, it would come down to this. If it's a fair fight, of which, like I said, it with Frank Castle, it will never be a fair fight. Batman would beat him. He would get the upper hand. However, if Frank can just continue taking the beating and continue to surprise Bruce, then the Punisher wins. But yeah, so there's your answer to that, Frankie. There's your answer to that. Who would win, Batman or Punisher? I would say Batman. I would say Batman 80% of the time, right? I would say Batman beats Punisher 80% of the time. However, that other 20%, that 20% of the time, that Frank, it can actually surprise Batman. That Frank Castle, the Punisher, it can actually surprise Bruce, surprise Batman, then the Punisher wins. It just depends on if it's a fair fight, or if Frank, or if the Punisher has a few tricks up his sleeve. So ultimately, it comes down to the situation and how they're fighting. So yeah, I hope that puts that question to bed, Frankie. I hope that puts the question to bed. But yeah, so there you go. There's the spill. There's the spill. There's the question on who would win, Batman or Punisher, answered. So we are 24 minutes into it, so we have a lot of time left. Who do y'all want to talk about? Actually, no, I know what I want to talk about because they're spoiling us. See, Citizen Soldier is a band I've talked about numerous times on this channel, and they've released another short, another snippet, another clip of a new song today. It's so good. It is so good. It is so good. Anytime, Frankie. Anytime. But yeah, guys. So So Citizen Soldier has released yet another short, another brief clip, another brief snippet of a new song, and it is phenomenal. It is so good. I listened to it. I was there the second they dropped it today. It's so good. I've said this time and time again. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this new album. I cannot wait for this new album to drop. I cannot wait for Family Heirlooms. Their new album comes out this year. And I'm super excited for it, man. I'm super psyched. Like, this is gonna be so, so good. Truly. Oh, it's gonna be good. This album is gonna be sick, man. This album is gonna be so sick. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. But yeah, if you haven't already, go check them out. A Citizen Soldier, Jake formed A Citizen Soldier in 2016 with their first song, Let It Burn, and they've released multiple albums and multiple songs since then. I'll just rattle off a few of their a few. I'll just rattle off a few of their songs right quick. So some citizens. Some citizens. I hate my speech impediment. I bloody hate it. So some Citizen Soldier songs, right? I Am Not Okay, Pretend My Pain Away, Hey Would Anyone Care, Wired If You're Worthless, You, you Are Enough, Bedroom Ceiling, Comparison, Mess of Me, Feels Like a Funeral, and Numb to Everything, just to name a few. Just to name a few of their songs, of which I just did. Just to go check these guys out, please. Go check these guys out, please. It is so their music is so good, is so well done and everything. Like, their music is truly, truly amazing. Also, guys, as far as my music goes, I've got all of it. I've got all of my music stuff, all the songs I've created. I've got that. I've got that on the channel into proper playlist. I have Broken Cross out, of which I released back in February. That's on the channel, and I've got the next two coming in April, and then the final song, the fourth and final one, is coming in May. So there you go. Here, anytime, Frankie, anytime. But yeah, guys, I've got all that stuff organized and all that. In fact, I'm looking at the next song right now. It's on my TV. It's gonna be so good, man. It is gonna be so good. Like, I think it's the best one out of the four. I think the second song is the best out of these four that I'm releasing on the channel. I think Broken Cross is the worst one though, and I've already released that back in February. That's already up on the channel. I think Broken Cross is the worst out of the four, and I think the next one up, of which is coming in April, is the best out of the bunch. Out of the four, I mean. And then the last two are still good, but in my opinion, the number two, number two, the second out of these four songs in my opinion, is the best. But that's just my opinion, guys. I want to hear and I want to see what y'all think. I want to hear and see what y'all think once the song is actually out in April. So yeah, I mean, it's just I'm just worn out, guys. I'm just worn out. Like I've done some good studying today. I've done some good reading today, and just like writing as well. I mean, I've done a lot today. I have done a lot today, and yeah, it's just very, very good stuff. You know, it's very, very good. Uh, I just yeah. Honestly, I'm curious. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm rather curious. 5:44. Nice, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm at 5:44. That's very nice. That's very nice. Thank you, guys. So, the question is, guys. The question is, can we get to 1,000? Can we get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year? Can we get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year? I believe we can. I believe we can. But yeah, guys, I mean, I'm sorry about this stream just being like kind of like I actually don't know, guys, but yeah. I still need to go back and watch Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. It's such a good film, and I implore y'all to watch it too. It's on Netflix. Go watch Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. It's such a brilliant adaptation. But yeah, guys, I just I mean I want to talk about some other stuff as well. Like I want to tell y'all how the writing's been going, how the music creation has been going. Of which I do the music stuff more so as a hobby. It's not really a passion of mine. I just work it with a couple of friends and produce the music that way. But yeah, guys, I mean, I've got so much information in here, in my head, in my mind. So yeah, Broken Cross Broken Cross was I it's it's like I said, guys. It's like I said. I think Broken Cross is the weakest out of the four. Out of these four songs, yes, I did the best I could. I did the best I could, Billy. I did the best I could. But yeah, guys, Broken Cross to me is the weakest of the four. So these next three songs is gonna be, man, they're gonna be fire, dude. They're gonna be great. But yeah, plus plus I might have something special planned if we go. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to do it in time or not. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to do it in time or not. That's the problem. Hello, my dear viewer. Hello. I do not remember you. I do not remember you. But yeah, guys, it's just it's late and I don't know why I don't know why seemingly I don't have the energy to do this, but I know the second, I know the second, I know the second and guys, I know we're like, what are we at? Like 35 minutes? I know the second I end stream, all these ideas are going to come racing back to me. But I'm just not sure how to do them properly. Like with the Samurai and Gunslinger, I got this one idea I'm trying to do, but it's rather complicated and kind of difficult. But I'll pull it off. Hopefully, I'll pull it off. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff I want to talk about. Like, I want to talk about a few different animes, a few different cartoons, a few different movies and TV shows and all that. Like last night, I talked about the I talked about not the animation industry per se, but the different styles of animation, like traditional 2D animation, claymation, stop motion, and CGI, aka 3D animation. I talked about that a bit, and and how I and how I love a particularly 2D, aka traditional hand-drawn animation. It's so good. But yeah, I've got all this other stuff I want to talk about. Like I've talked about I've talked about Wally and Inside Out a lot on the channel. I've talked about Guillermo. I've talked about Guillermo. I hate my speech. I've talked about Guillermo. I've talked about Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio a lot as well on the channel, and I've talked about the deeper themes and the deeper lessons behind that film, and I've talked about it from a psychological point of view of how great Inside Out is, from a psychological point of view, and I've talked about how great Wally is and its lessons and all that. Like, I can go into a lot more, guys. I could go into like a lot of books and shows and philosophy and psychology and all that. But in order for me to actually do this, guys, I've got to like just write this down and actually just write my thoughts out. I find that hang on, guys, hang on. I find that very hard to believe, my dear viewer. I find that very hard to believe that you were here when I had just a single sub. I find that very hard to believe that you were here when I had a subscriber. Because that would be like a few, that'd be like a few, hours, because that'd be like a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, a few months after I started the channel back in September of 2017. I started the channel back in I started this channel on September 13th, 2017. So I find it very hard to believe that you were here when I had a subscriber. However, if you were, then mad respect. if you were, Ethan, I give you mad props. I give you mad respect, my man. But I highly doubt it. But yeah, guys, oh man, we're 40 minutes into it. Time flies, man. Time flies. This is very, very good. This is great, man. Time is flying. Hello, guys. Hello. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue working on the stories. I'm gonna continue working on the music with my friends on the side. And I'm gonna continue with my studies of mythology, history, psychology, and philosophy, and all that. And I'm gonna continue just learning, guys, because I love learning. I love watching movies and reading books and watching TV and engaging with stories and all that. Because I've studied Greek and mythology for 7 years, and I've studied Norse mythology for almost 3 years. In May, I'm not sure when in May, but in May, it would be May will be 7 years of me studying Greek and mythology, and this month, March, is 3 years of me studying Norse mythology. So that's very, very cool. And I've learned a lot, guys. I have learned a lot in this journey of learning about all this different mythology and just learning about all this cool stuff. Cause guys, I really do want to dive into a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows and a lot of stories. If you guys like, I want to give y'all hour-long streams about Inside Out, about Wally, about Guillermo, about Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. I want to give y'all hour-long streams about deeper topics and themes and lessons in different types of media. Like, I would love to dissect the main themes and messages of Dragon Ball, of One Piece, of Inuyasha, of Demon Slayer, etc. I also would love to go in and deconstruct Avatar and Samurai Jack, and especially Teen Titans. And especially Teen Titans. In fact, I would love to do what the Ink Tank did, of which if you do not know, guys, the Ink Tank is a YouTube channel that mainly focuses on Ben 10 content. On Ben 10 content. Now, now, now the main man Now, the main one running the Ink Tank YouTube channel, his name is Kuro the Artist. And he's done a reaction series. He's done he's done he's done reactions to all of the Ben 10 franchises, like the OG classic Ben 10 series. When Ben was a kid, he's done Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse, and he's done very, very well with that. And I want to do the same thing here with Teen Titans. Hey, but he didn't just react to the Ben 10 stuff. He didn't just react to the Ben 10 stuff. He analyzed it. He critiqued it. I mean, if you go to the Ink Tank YouTube channel and look up his Ben 10 reactions, He analyzes the characters, the plot, the animation, the story beats, and all that, and it's so well done. It is so well done. And I want to do the exact same thing, except with Teen Titans. And I would do that, except for I'm not sure if Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network would allow that. But we will see. We will we will see, guys. We will see. Hello, Rusty. What's up, Rusty? How you doing? How you doing, Rusty? How you doing? But yeah, guys. I mean, there's a lot to dive into here. There's a lot to dive into. Of which, guys, I am incredibly lucky. I am incredibly lucky to have all 500 plus of you. Really, guys, really, if you want the honest truth, guys, if you want the honest truth, I was stuck. I was stuck at 27 subscribers for the first 6 years of the channel, and then last year I started doing the Spider-Man stuff, and that just took off like a rocket. I mean, that stuff it just took off so quick. It just took off very, very quickly, and it gained me a lot of subscribers, a lot of attention. Though I do not play video games anymore, I'm grateful for what Spider-Man did for me and all that. So I've got both playthroughs of Spidey up on the channel into proper playlist. I have the original playthrough. Aka the Ultimate playthrough, on the channel, and I've got the New Game Plus playthrough, aka the Amazing playthrough, on the channel. If you want to go and watch it, if you want to go and watch either of the Spider-Man playthroughs, I have both of them up on the channel, organized properly into playlist. So feel free to check any. So feel free to check any of that stuff out. Hello, Lethal. Hello, Lethal. No, nope. Lethal, you were the only mod here, bud. You were the only mod here. No Smokey, no Kayla, no MC, no Hawk, no Star Wars. You're the only one here, bud. You're the only mod here. Nope, no High Chief, no Smokey. Which, I mean, I missed my High Chief. I missed the Commander. Man, oh, that's okay. That's all right. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Well, Lethal, it's just you and me against the world, I guess. It's just you and me against the world. But yeah, guys, in all seriousness, I would really love to do that. I'll get back to Teen Titans in just a moment, guys. I need to finish up what I was saying about Spider-Man. But yeah, guys, I've got both playthroughs of Spider-Man up on the channel. I've got the original playthrough, aka the Ultimate playthrough, up on the channel, and that is all into proper playlist. And I've got the New Game Plus playthrough, aka the Amazing playthrough, organized into proper playlist on the channel as well. Now back to Teen Titans. But yeah, guys, I would really love to do it. I would really love to react to the Teen Titans 2003 cartoon, episode by episode, and break it all down for you guys. But I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure if I can do it here without getting copyrighted strike. without getting copyrighted, without getting flagged. I would love to do it. I would love to do it, but I'm just not sure if I could, because I don't want to risk my channel. I I won't do it if it gets the channel taken down. If it if it if it causes problems for the channel, then I won't do it. However, I want to do it for you guys because I think that'd be crazy cool to react to all of Teen Titans, all 5 seasons, break it down episode by episode for you guys to enjoy. And actually talk about it with you guys and all that. I think that'd be very, very, very fun and very, very entertaining to do. I think that'd be very, very fun and entertaining to do. Also, guys, I know before any of you ask, the Q&A, right? The Q&A, y'all been asking for a Q&A for a while now. Y'all been asking for a Q&A for a while now, and y'all will get it. Y'all will get that Q&A eventually. Eventually, I'll give y'all what y'all want. Y'all can ask me anything, and I will answer the questions. But I'm not sure when. I'm not sure when I want to do the Q&A. Also, guys, I know this is gonna come up as well, because because this question gets asked pretty much every time I do one of these. This question, it gets asked every time I stream, every time I do a Come Chill with Your Boy, and I'll go ahead and answer it right now. I know Smokey, if he was here, he would ask this. When are we getting artwork? When are y'all getting artwork? When are y'all getting artwork? Artwork, 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 artwork. When are y'all getting concept art? When are we getting concept art? When are we getting concept art of the samurai and gunslinger? Hey, because I have promised y'all that. I have promised y'all that. I've promised y'all artwork of the samurai and gunslinger. I've been working on this story. I've been working on Gunblade. I've been working on David. I've been working on David and Marie's story for the past 5 years. I've been working on Gunblade. I've been working on the Samurai and Gunslinger. I've been working on that story for the past 5 years. So, when is concept art coming? When are we finally getting concept art of both of those characters? I'm in talks with my artist right now, every Sunday. That's why I no longer stream on Sundays, guys. I stream every day, Monday through Saturday, because Sunday night I'm always, always talking with my artist. I'm always talking with my artist, trying to get concept art done for you guys. We have we have a few ideas, right? And we have a few ideas of what the samurai and gunslinger should look like. But just getting that done takes time as well, because he is a very, very busy man. My artist is. He's very, very busy. He's got a lot of stuff to do, and he's just constantly busy and working. You, you know, like he's got a lot of stuff to do. He's working on his own series as well. So gotta take that into account as well, guys. But yeah, the bottom line is artwork is coming soon. I can basically promise artwork by the end of the year. I know that much. I know that much. I can promise you artwork by the end of the year. Hey, but that's all I can do for now, guys. That is all I can do for now. is I can promise concept art of the Samurai and Gunslinger by the end of the year. Also, guys, I know I'm gonna have to rush it, right? I'm gonna have to rush it, but that's okay. I know I'm gonna have to rush it, but that's okay. The first volume, Volume 1, the first book of the Samurai and Gunslinger is coming out next year, in fall of next year. Either September, November, or December of next year, y'all are getting the first volume, the first 9 chapters of Gunblade, the first 9 chapters of the Samurai and Gunslinger. So keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, guys, all this stuff I'm talking about, it does take time. It takes time and it takes effort. It takes effort and time. Ha! I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. I had to make that pun. I said it takes a lot of time and effort, and it takes a lot of effort and time, of which it does. Hey, but if y'all did not catch that, back in January, I uploaded a song. I wrote this song. I wrote Effort and Time like 3 years ago, right? And I uploaded it on back in January. So if forgive me, guys, if forgive me, but I had to plug the song. I had to plug hit the song, guys. I had to promote the song because to me it's just that good. To me, Effort and Time is one of the best songs I've ever written. So yeah, I I had to plug in the song. Go listen to it. I uploaded it January 2nd of this year. And then a few days after that, I uploaded Storm of Hope. But yeah, guys, I just had to plug the songs right quick. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that goes into this, guys, and I think I'm actually starting to lose my voice, guys. I think I'm actually starting to lose my voice. Which is crazy, right? Because I've already said plenty of stupid stuff this stream. I've already said plenty of idiotic and stupid stuff this stream. And thanks to my speech impediment, I haven't really said all that much, and I really haven't said it all that well. But that's the hope, guys. That's the hope of doing this. It's just getting better at it. It's just getting better at it, and just hoping y'all stick with me, right? And hoping, and 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 hoping and praying all this stuff, and just hoping and praying that all this stuff it works out. All this stuff comes to fruition. And with a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, everything will pan out and the channel will skyrocket and my writing takes off and my studies take off and everything. There's so much, guys. It's almost overwhelming. It's almost overwhelming, guys. Because there is a lot here that goes into this, here that goes on, here behind the scenes, here that y'all do not see. But that's okay. That's okay because y'all will see eventually. Eventually, y'all will see the fruits of my labor. Eventually, y'all will see the fruits of my labor. And I'm very glad and very, very happy. And I'm very, very glad and very, very happy that I was able to answer the question. That Frankie's been asking me for the past few streams now. Who would win in a fight, Batman or Punisher? I'm very happy. I didn't give a definitive answer on that, I'll grant you. Actually, no, I did. I gave, it's kind of, it's, it's kind of murky, guys. It's kind of murky. The answer I gave, it's kind of unclear. I gave two answers, right? It depends on the situation. I told y'all it depends on the situation, right? It depends on the situation. It depends. It would depend on the situation. Batman versus Punisher, Bruce versus Frank. It depends on the situation. In a fair fight, Batman, Bruce beats him all the time. Bruce beat not all the time, dear God, no. Not all the time. If it's a fair fight, Batman beats Punisher 80%, 100% of the time. Batman beats Punisher 100% of the time. 100% of the time, Batman beats Punisher if it's a fair fight. That's not to say, now, I'm not saying it would be a one-sided beatdown, absolutely not. All I'm saying is Batman beats Punisher if it's a fair fight. However, if Frank Castle, if the Punisher, it could get the drop on Batman and surprise him 20% of the time. If Frank Castle, it could get that 20% of the time and surprise Batman and surprise Bruce, then Punisher wins. However, if not, Batman wins. Like I said, guys, it depends on the situation there. It depends on the certain circumstances and the situations of the fight. So, bottom line is this, guys. If it's a straight up fight, if it is a straight up and direct fight, if if it, if it's a straight up and direct fight, Batman wins 100% of the time. However, if it's not, and the Punisher can actually surprise Batman, then Punisher wins. So I hope that answers everything, guys. I hope that answers everything. And with that being said, guys, here we have hit the hour mark. With that being said, here we've hit the hour mark, guys. And with that, y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, turn on all post notifications. So that way you never miss a video and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys and thank you guys.